The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, 90 days of boxing, day number 82. And of course, they start playing music right when we go live. But look, we got Pops right here.
Welcome.
How you feeling, Pops?
Feeling good. I'm here.
Of course.
Are we serious again? Only for us.
Only for us. But
Yeah.
look, man, we're here in Plant City right now. It's Angelo over fight day. He's taking on Eduardo Baez. You guys know it don't matter if we're in Florida. It don't matter if we're in Plant City. It don't matter if we're in Arizona, upstate New York. The 90 days of boxing journey. What's the passcode?
2016.
The 90 days of boxing journey must continue. Look, we're gonna be here for a solid hour. There's a lot of things to talk about in boxing. We got Pops here. I know y'all always ask me, BT, when's Pops gonna be here? When's Pops gonna be here? So he's here now. So live in the flesh. So don't back up the block. Be here, interact with us, ask your questions. Hold on, I'm trying to see if we're good here, cause I'm not even sure. Guys, how's the picture? How's the signal? Cause I'm not sure how good the internet is here.
Miguel,
No, we're good.
you don't want a picture? Are you
good.
back there in the background?
We're good.
Okay.
Make sure y'all smash that like button, man. Shout out to all 5 of you here. The big news in boxing today, guys, and we just dropped the video on it, but we'll talk about it here as well, is the, of course, they stopped. Ennis signing with Matchroom Boxing.
Yeah.
Jerron Ennis signs with Matchroom Boxing, and hold on, man, we gotta do this live somewhere. We're not doing this. They've never done this before. You know they've never done this before. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're professionals here. Jesus wants to know, how is the atmosphere? Right now, there really isn't an atmosphere because nobody showed up. Right now,
calm before the
like, look,
storm.
I'll show you guys. Look, right now, this is the event center. So we're here super early. The fights don't start for another like 6-7 hours. So we're just chilling until the fights start. You guys can see Pro Box TV. Make sure you guys tune in. It'll be 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. So tune in. You know, it's gonna be a good show. Not just Angelo, but you know, other prospects. I think Dominic Baez on the card. Before we get into the boxing talk, let me give you all the grand tour. Let me give you all the grand tour. We'll come back.
Right.
We'll come back.
You take a walk?
Yeah, we're gonna take a walk, guys. Make sure y'all smash the like button. I can't believe they're playing music, man. I can't believe they never did this before. I've sat here many times. They've never done that before. And of course, we decided to go live and be like productive and whatnot. And then boom, they gotta start playing the whole Kendrick Lamar like discography and shit. But look, I'm gonna give y'all the grand tour because a lot of y'all have never been to Plant City. A lot of y'all may never come to Plant City because Plant City is not exactly a tourist destination. So look, I'm gonna give y'all the grand tour. All right, make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe, super chat, all that good stuff, and keep supporting the channel. 80 day, you guys know next Thursday is day number 90, and then we'll reevaluate what we do from there. But listen, so they have like, it's tucked away in this like there's a alcohol and rehab center. This little event center is tucked away in the back. It's very low key. So over there, while I'm pointing, that's like a kind of like a motel, house the fighters. So like I know Angelo and many of the fighters are staying over there, and the house fighters over there as well, right? So this is actually right here, the main entrance. So I'm gonna walk y'all into the main entrance and get your comments down below. Shout out to Jesus M. Listen, man, it's 80 of you guys here, man. Don't be stingy on me, man. I'm coming here 82 days in a row. I only got one like, and there's 80 here. Hit that like button, man. But look, you walk through here, okay? And then when you walk through here, you got, as you can see, the man himself. He's the main event tonight, Angelo. And then you come in here and they got the whole card. So if y'all want to know who's on the card, let's run through it. All right? You got, see, Yolner Martinez versus Milton Volter. You got Famous Wilson versus some guy named Nissan Hernandez. I never heard that name, Nissan. You got Yoel Angeloni from Italy, 2-0. Against Michael Williams, 2-1. Then the main card right here is Dominic Baez, 8-0. Against Angel Vasquez Lupercio. Co-main event is Jacob Gomez, who I've seen fight one time. He's decent. 9-0 with 6 KOs versus Jose Arellano. And then the main event, as you guys can see, Angelo from Albuquerque by way of Las Vegas taking on Baez. And this should be a good fight. And then you walk through here, right? And you walk through here. You know, they got people working hard right now. People are setting up. Got the kitchen over there, and then the event center is here. So it looks better once people actually come and they sit down. But that's kind of the long and the short of it. And then you pro box sign right over there. So that's the grand tour that I'm gonna give you guys. It's not the biggest place in the world, but you know, like you got this side, you got that side over there. The locker room is over there. Paulie Malignaggi and Chris Algieri and them, they normally sit like they always sit right here by the ring. So that's the grand tour. You know, giving y'all that inside look as to how things operate and how things function here in Plant City. So listen, tune in tonight. It's gonna be fun. I can tell you guys this. I'm gonna tell y'all this because I'm not gonna tell you guys anything that wasn't already revealed in the interview. So for those of you who watch me on a video by video basis, you may remember when I was in Phoenix, I interviewed the manager of Venado Lopez, Furco Hernandez. And funny enough, today, when me and Pops are going out to eat, the restaurant we were going to, because there's not really a whole lot of places to eat here in Plant City. Plant City is very small. The manager of Venado Lopez came to the same restaurant as us.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And so I asked him, I said, hey man, you know, are you here to scout Angelo Leo? Like, what's going on? Why are you here? And he was like, I'm here to make sure that Angelo Leo wins the fight. And if he wins, you know, the Venado Lopez world title shot should be next. So there you go, guys.
Yeah.
Bit of breaking news there for you. If Angelo wins tonight, it looks like the Venado Lopez fight will be next.
I mean, look, good fight too.
But look, man, we'll be here for like 55 more minutes. So get your questions in. I wanted to just give you guys a real honest live because I know yesterday I was in a rush. I had to get to the airport. Well, guess what? I'm here. I'm settled now. So get your questions in. You got anything on your mind, Pop? Anything you want to say to the people about?
Yeah, I'm just happy Boots finally got signed with somebody that that's gonna promote him right and get him some fights hopefully. And Eddie Hearns.
Who do you think he fights? Who in a perfect world, who does he fight?
Well, we already said in the video of Virgil Ortiz, but I would like to. I really want him to go up to 154.
Oh, Virgil's that one before.
Okay, that's him. 154, him and all the other guys too. Yeah, 154.
Yeah.
I think he has better fights over there. That's
Yeah.
my own opinion on that though.
Are you and Pops going to the Pro Box venue tonight? We're already here. What you mean? Are we going? We're already here. Look, we got you. We got you beat, man. What you mean? Are we going?
We're here.
We're already here.
We're here.
You know?
Yeah.
But
that's funny.
good to see you. Good to see you here, Chris.
Yeah. For sure.
I go live every day, so what you know? I it's like clockwork for me. Good to see you. Edward Pareno says Boots is fighting Tim Tszyu. It's a good fight. I mean, look, Tim Tszyu, even in his defeat, I feel like his stock went up. He showed a lot of toughness and he showed a lot of grit and determination. There's a lot of options for him. Jesus M wants to know, can you interview the ring girls, please? I might leave that to Pops.
That's some fine. You ain't lying about that.
I'll be honest with you guys, like, we're not in South Florida. We're in Florida, but we're not in South Florida. So the girls here ain't, you know, they're not South Florida fine, but
The ring girls were good though.
they're all right. I was in Arizona. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, Arizona was where it was at for me,
Yeah.
but I might delegate those duties to Pops. I don't really care much for that.
Yeah.
That Fundura fight was a freak show. Yeah, a lot of things I feel went right for Fundura that night, but it's boxing, you know. It's the theater of the unexpected. That's why, you know, as a fighter, as a top class fighter, you got to be able to adjust to any and all situations. A true champion can adapt to any situation, to any circumstances. It's like right now, they didn't play music in here. We've been seeing for 2 hours. The minute I decided to go live, they want to play Bad Bunny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They want to play Kendrick Lamar, but we still make it happen.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Noe.
Not just happy birthday to Inoue, happy birthday to my boy Juan Pablo.
Oh, Juan Pablo, yeah, the
More,
real fan.
more importantly, my boy Juan Pablo.
That's right.
You know, shout out to him, the
Yeah.
big
So
2'9".
he has the same birthday as Noe?
Inoue has the same birthday as him.
Oh,
Get it
I'll
right.
talk- yeah.
Get it right. Juan Pablo the A side.
Yeah, he's the B side.
Inoue has the A side. Inoue ain't the A side. Juan Pablo the A
Yeah,
side.
yeah,
so.
he's the B side over there. That's funny.
I watched Juarez versus Clarence in the opening event for the Walters fight. Pro Box puts on great fights for free. Yes, they do. And I wasn't here for that one. That was actually the day I started this whole trip to go to Arizona. But that was a good card. BT, Pro Box card starts at 5 p.m. Eastern. The undercard,
Not the main card.
not the main card. Main card starts at like 8.
Yeah.
You know, so like from Dominic Valle on up, that's the main card. But you are correct.
No.
But yeah, man, shout out to everybody here. Listen, I'm gonna say this every single live for probably like a month or maybe 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys go subscribe to Sean Zatel's new channel. You know, he's out there in Texas right now, covering Ryan Garcia, or he was in Texas. I don't know if he's still there, but he just started his new channel, and I want to help. I want him to run his shit up as high as possible.
So go support him.
So go support. If you support me, go support him.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, do that. And let me know where you guys watch from. What city, what state, what continent. You know.
Yep.
You know, we've been everywhere. You know, we're in Plant City now, Plant City, Florida. So
you're not jet lagged from all this flying?
I can't think about all that. I got a job to do. I can't think about all that. Even if I am, I can't.
Yeah. Focus on that.
Wait, you used to always tell me when I was a kid, it's a mind thing.
That's right.
It's a mind thing.
That's
So.
right. That's right.
You got anything else in your mind, Pops?
Yeah, I just want to say I'm going to go with Stacey McKinley said about Jared Anderson, that he's scared. He's a scared fighter.
Why you say he's scared?
I just think he don't want to advance and be better. He can't handle the pressure.
So you're not excited for Jared Anderson's fight on Saturday against Riyad Mary from France?
No, I'm not.
That's not exciting you.
I like to see him fight Hergovich. Hergovich would crack him in a heartbeat.
We might gotta ask James Prince about that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Because he's the guy that makes the decisions.
Yeah.
You know, what did he say? They did a little documentary, and he said, "I think Jared has the skills and the potential to be." I can't do it right now, but he's got that Texas accent. Yeah. They did a whole like 5-minute propaganda piece where they went in this camp, and they just talked about how great his skills are.
You got to prove it now. He can't handle the pressure. So.
Do you think O'Shaquie Foster is more likely to unify, or do you think he'll make another defense? Well, right now the options are Joe Cordina, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
The 130-pound belt that Navarrete had, I believe it's vacant, and then you got Lamont Roach. So unless he's fighting Lamont Roach yet, he's probably going to just defend the belt. I know that Raymond Ford, in my recent interview with him, he was very vocal about wanting to fight O'Shaquie Foster at 130. So I like that fight a lot. I think it's a good fight. You know, Raymond Ford is, as we come to learn, he's more than what we thought he was.
Yeah.
And, you know, I would like to see the O'Shaquie Foster fight. That's a good fight. They both, I think, have good natural fighting instincts. They both can box. They both can sit in the pocket. So that'd be a good fight. And it'd be a chance for Raymond Ford in back-to-back fights to win a world title, 2 weight classes. So
yeah,
why not? He says Oscar Valdez is going to be elevated. What are you talking about? Well, he's the interim. He's the interim champion. He hasn't been elevated yet, Jairo. So look, Jairo, this is your problem. You get ahead of yourself. I don't talk about things as they're gonna. I talk about things as they presently are.
Yeah.
It's like Jairo always gets mad because I don't call interim champions world champions. So, like, for example, even though it's wrong, even though it's wrong that Jamal Charlo hasn't defended the WBC belt in a long time, he wants me to call Carlos Adames the world champion. But guess what? He's the interim champion.
Yeah, he's not.
I don't call the interim champions world champions. I didn't even call Brian Mendoza the champion when he was the interim champion. So if I didn't do it then, why would I do it now?
That's right.
But good to see you, Jairo.
How you like your boy signing with Eddie Hearns, Jairo?
Navarrete is still the champion and hasn't vacated. Yeah, but he's fighting at 35. He's already penciled in the fight. So basically, the way that works, Jairo, let me break it down to you. The way that works, Jairo, is if a champion can work out a deal with a sanctioning body to keep their belt in one weight class, they can go try to win another belt in another weight class, and after that fight, should they be victorious and capture that title, they can make a decision on what they want to do. So if he beats Baranchik, he can drop the belt and go back to 30. If he wants to stay at 35, he can vacate the 30 belt and stay at 35. So that's how that's going to work out. Just in advance. Shout out to my main man, MEasyBX. He says, Boots versus Ben at Barclays at MSG. That's a big event. You know, a lot of Brits would come for that fight, I feel. We know that New York.
Philly, New York side, right there.
Well, no. New York is an attractive place for Brits to come. We know a lot of New Yorkers have come in the past for like Nassim Hamed, Anthony Joshua fights. So I think that's a big event, and that's kind of what we need in boxing for the division. You just said how things still are how they are. He is still the champion. Yeah, I'm explaining to you. He has a fight signed, and I'm telling you how things are gonna play out.
Yeah, after
I'm telling you.
How he's like.
He's the champion.
Yeah.
It's funny when he don't bullshit about PBC. Now he want to bullshit about Top Rank.
Are you happy Eddie Hearns? Boots signed with Eddie Hearns?
He's not.
Harold?
He doesn't care because he said Boots was never a PBC fighter.
Really?
He said Boots was never really a PBC fighter, so he doesn't care. It doesn't hurt him.
Yeah.
And he said Eddie Hearns gonna lose a bunch of money anyway, so who cares?
Yeah. That's crazy. What else?
But yeah, man, we here. Pro Plant City.
That's it. Come on, throw questions out
Throw
there.
them questions out, man.
You want him to talk? He's here.
Hyro Matchroom is stealing your boys. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
They're stealing all of them.
Yeah.
Stealing all of them, man.
Eddie Hearns.
Not all of them,
Yeah.
but
The majority.
technically, right? Boots, even though Boots fought on the PBC platform, Boots was never really a true like PBC full-fledged PBC Al Heyman guy. I remember he was signed to Cameron Duncan. He was signed to Showtime Sports. You know, Steven Espinoza. So
Yeah.
wasn't really Al Heyman thing. Jacob Bradley Gomez versus Jose Arellano. What are your thoughts? I don't really have any. Look, I don't want to just like respect all the fighters on the card. I'm gonna enjoy the boxing.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you guys, I'm here for the main event, man.
Yeah.
I'm here for the main event. So best luck to Jacob Gomez. I've seen him fight one time. He's solid.
Yeah.
But I really just want to see what the champ's gonna do, what Angelo Leo's gonna do, because it's a big fight for him. You know, he wins this fight, he's getting a world title shot next. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So.
Right.
Boots versus the winner of Patty Donovan versus Lewis Ritson in Philadelphia late 2024. So he's gonna fight a brick. It's a mad random fight.
Yeah.
But I guess it's better than nothing. If he can get the fights in Philly to stay active and build that profile, then it is what it is. You know, take what you can get.
Yep. For now.
It's better than what he was doing, which was
Nothing.
the same thing Crawford's doing.
Nothing.
It's in the works for June in Las Vegas. Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor 2. Yeah, I heard that they're supposed to fight at the Sphere, which would be monumental because the Sphere is like the newest. It's like the newest venue in Las Vegas. It's like one of the newest things. So there's never been a boxing event at the Sphere.
Yeah.
You asked me, are people interested in it? That fight sold out Madison Square Garden. You don't think people will come watch the rematch? It was a great fight.
Yeah.
By the way, I was giving Pops the breakdown of all the casinos last night.
Man.
So many casinos in Vegas. But the best hotel out of all of them,
The win.
the classiest one out of all of them, is the Wynn. The Wynn Hotel.
Go check them all out, and you guys get your own opinion.
Do they have a weigh-in for the Pro Box TV event? They were yesterday. They have them right here in the event center. So yeah, they already took place.
For sure. Who wins this weekend? I'm at the 20th. Haney or Garcia?
Haney.
You
By-
not give no chance to Garcia?
He wins, but not how he's gonna win, but not by how most people think.
UD?
He's gonna win by disqualification. Ryan Garcia is gonna do some dumb shit and get disqualified, and that's how Devin will win.
Are you serious?
And yes, it'll be a disqualification, and it'll actually
You're
I
making
would.
this shit up.
I'm not. That's what I really think.
Oh.
I think ask Sean Tatel about this. I've been telling Sean Tatel about it for 3 weeks. Devin Haney's winning by DQ, disqualification.
What is what can Garcia
Because I
do
feel like
possibly-
Ryan is gonna get frustrated, and all that mental stuff he has going on in his head, he's gonna sit there and do some dumb shit and get disqualified.
Didn't he look good yesterday in the workout?
I don't care about none of that. I'm talking about on fight night. I don't care how good he looked in the workout.
Oh shit! You don't think Derek James wants to make sure he make a good?
Hyro says Navarrete might not even be champion at 135. I watched Baranchik. You don't know how things are gonna play out. I don't think Baranchik's gonna win.
Yeah.
But it's a good little fight. He's a good little fighter.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Boots is waiting on the big names to move up from 140. So what? Haney ain't gonna fight him.
Nope.
Devin ain't fighting him. Tiafimo? Maybe Tia will.
Well, Teach will, right?
I think Matias versus Boots in Philadelphia would be a crazy event.
Yeah, that'd be a good.
That's
fight.
the fight.
Puerto Ricans
That's
and
the fight.
everything,
That's
too.
the fight. I feel like, you know,
Should happen.
not maybe not right away, but that's a fight that Eddie Hearn should try to angle for. Get Matias a couple fights on the Matchroom platform. Get Boots a couple fights on the Matchroom
That's right. They're
platform.
both matchroom providers.
And then you think about it. Philadelphia won fighter versus Puerto Rican killer
In Philadelphia.
in Philadelphia. I mean, come on,
You're gonna make money either
you
way.
make a lot of money.
They both people like that.
It's like 3 where you're at. Why are you there early? Because I feel like it.
Better be early
It's
than
better.
late.
It's better to be early than late because I'm early because I want to come early. Just so you guys know. Now, normally when I go to fights like in Vegas, I don't go live before I'm at the fights. But normally, this is how early I show up to fights.
Yeah.
Like I be showing up beginning of the card before the card even starts. I be watching the no names that nobody cares about because you never know who the hell it is you might be watching.
That's right.
So that's why I show up early. Plus, you know,
Be professional.
I like to get my interviews in, and sometimes you catch people, so that's why I'm
Yeah.
early. You know.
You meet people that you don't think they're gonna be here and they're here.
I love Top Rank. If Heyman and Bob weren't interested, then they know what they're doing, not trying to overpay someone.
Who's talking about?
I was saying he likes Top Rank because they didn't overpay for Boots, pretty much.
Boots is gonna get this opportunity now.
The Falling Star is asking very important, pertinent question. He says, "Curious, what are you doing with your donations, BT? Are you saving for business investments, saving the money to just have it, or are you saving it to jumpstart your management career?" Right now, you guys have been seeing how I've been moving around. I've been going from here to Arizona
Yep.
to Vegas.
Going to all these venues for you
So
guys.
that's what I'm using it for. I'm using it to get around. I'm using it to
Get content.
get content, and I've also been saving a portion of that for my upcoming trip to Japan. I'll be going to Japan. I'm not sure yet. I'll find out next month at some point. But I'm targeting Japan like late July or sometime in August. So there's your answer.
Yep.
There's your answer. As far as the management thing, that's something. It's an experience. That's something I'm still trying to get into. But we'll see what
Work
happens.
in process. Work in progress. I mean.
Chris Myatt's asking the first non-boxing question of the live. He says, "What are you and Pops' dream cars?" So, do you have a dream car?
I've always been simple, so it don't really matter to me.
My dream car is 1991 or 1992 Acura NSX, and I don't want it modified either. I want that shit to look like it just came from 1992 because it looked like a spaceship. So
For real?
yeah, I want one. I like that car a lot.
It's like $40,000, isn't it?
You know, it's more than 40,000.
Oh.
To get it how it was, like nice and
Original?
it's more. It's
Yeah,
a little more
yeah.
than 40.
Holy
It's
crap.
more than 40. BT, what are your thoughts on Hitchens saying he's moving up in 2 fights? It seems like he's avoiding current fighters at the weight. Honestly, he should probably do it. He should probably move up his next fight. Richard, you guys, you have zero idea how big and tall that kid is until you get up in front of him.
And see him.
He probably should be a welterweight right now. I know welterweights that are not as tall and as rangy as Richard Hitchens. I know that he struggled to make the weight his last fight. I know that the weight cut was so bad for him that Keith Connolly had to hire Perfecting Athletes, which is like a very popular nutrition company that a lot of fighters use
To make sure they don't get
to make sure he made the weight comfortably. But listen, people are gonna say what they're gonna say. I personally think he should probably
move up.
move up. He says, "Why an Acura? Those cars depreciate quick." I just like that car, man.
Toyota's a nice car.
I just like it.
Toyota Corollas.
I like that car. Just nice looking
Those are
car.
cars to have. Toyota's a long time car.
My favorite movie, my favorite movie of all time is Paid in Full.
One time.
And
My cousin Vinny.
My favorite movie is Paid in Full, and one of the characters in that movie is based upon is this guy named Alpo Martinez, the famous drug kingpin. That was the car he used to drive in. Was the Acura NSX.
I thought you liked the favorite car from Where's My Car?
What car is that?
The one he got from that movie.
I'm not sure.
Your movie. There's
I just like that car.
Style, yeah.
I don't got a rhyme or reason. I just like the car.
Yeah.
Looks like the Marlins are going to get swept by the Yankees this week, and that's how you listen. That's how you know the Marlins are falling on hard times because listen, it's never really mattered in the past if the Marlins are good or bad or mediocre. The Marlins always beat the Yankees. The Marlins historically have a pretty good record against the Yankees.
Not this
So
year.
the fact that we're getting swept by them, it tells you everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wearing the hat because it's a nice hat and it's for fashion, but I could care less about the Marlins right now.
They're pathetic right now.
They're pathetic, and I don't care they're pathetic. It's that they didn't even try to improve the team.
The worst part, getting rid of the manager.
Perfecting athletes, more like injecting athletes. Look, man, I don't know anything about that. I just know.
We just talking.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
what they are and what they're famous for.
Yeah.
You know,
It's just a messenger.
just a messenger, man.
Yeah.
A lot of fighters use perfecting athletes. So
What is it, like a well-known company?
Ezekiel Lopez says, "I love Paid in Full too." Didn't Alpo get popped a couple years back? Yes, he did. But you know,
Oh, shit.
there's conspiracies on that. Some people say that he didn't really get shot because, you know, there was no funeral and there's no evidence of the body. So
They took him out.
So they're saying that no, because you know he was in witness protection for years.
Right.
Because
so-
you know he couldn't be in New York no more because of his history when he
Right.
got out. So he was living in Lewiston, Maine.
Holy
and then
crap.
He got, the guy had a nice little job over there, but he couldn't handle the quiet life. He had to be in the limelight. He had to be a
Right.
super duper star.
So he went back to New
He
York?
went back to New York, and he was popping wheelies and talking to people's girls and stuff, and
He was wilding.
he was wilding out.
Jesus.
And you know,
The guy was crazy as hell.
so we'll see.
I like that Puerto Rican.
He
In the
said
movie?
there was no funeral because everyone hated him. LOL. Who is the Pro Box promoter, BT? Can you give details if you do know BT? Will you get an interview with this person? If he's here, the promoter of Pro Box is a guy named Gary Jonas. So Gary Jonas is a guy that made a lot of money from the tech industry. And Gary Jonas, for those of you who have a long memory when it comes to boxing, Gary Jonas was the guy that ran Mike Tyson Productions, Mike Tyson's defunct promotional company.
Wow.
Gary Jonas runs Pro Box. And Pro Box is one of the only, it might be the only, at least at this level,
Yeah.
self-sufficient promotional company. Because look, the event center that we're at right now, they own the land. They own the land, so the site fee's already covered. They can put out as many cards as they want. They don't have a network that fronts them a bunch of money. They do their own stuff, so that's why the quality's been so high. But everyone, y'all ask a lot of questions, man. Y'all are saying, why am I here so early? Cause
So if he got here late, you would say, why were you late?
yeah, if I was here late, they would say, BT, how come you didn't go to the fights? We missed the fights, so
Oh, you can't win for trying.
can't wait for trying. Listen, guys, I'm gonna say it again.
Being professional.
I show up this early to almost every card. The only difference between me going to the top ranked cards or the PBC cards is that I don't go live when I'm there. I'm there. This one is a little different because I'm here just for Angelo. Like
Yeah.
I mean, respect to all the fighters in the card, but like I'm really just here for Angelo. So
We're excited for that fight.
I'm just here to partake and enjoy a good night of boxing.
Yeah. And you've been waiting for that fight for weeks.
He says, nah, bro, you're good. You're a real boxing fan. Yeah, thank you, man. A little more than just a real boxing fan, but
Yeah.
yeah, thank you.
Thank y'all for your support. For sure.
It's midweek, bro. That's why. Well, yeah, I know, but like I told, cause I get the question sometimes. People say, "BT, what's your day job?" And I say, "We're here.
Yeah, exactly.
We're already here.
Yeah.
We're already here." So
Yeah. The crazy part, man, I don't know how you adapt to all these time zones.
I don't. I deal with
You were
it.
just talking to one of the guys here that runs this place over here, and he said he can't stand the West Coast time.
I love
zone.
West Coast time.
Yeah.
BT, did you hit up the buffet before the fights? No, I didn't. I went to this breakfast spot not too far from here,
It's funny, all the boxes.
where everyone was
Yeah.
there. Let me see. Eddie Hearn wishes he had Carmel Moten. Cairo.
That's Harold.
Yeah. And then where is it?
Why you jump like guilty? What happened? Which man?
Yeah, happy birthday to Inouye. Lord Zest says, thanks for traveling far and wide to give us a scoops, bro. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening
I
to
appreciate
me
it.
blabber away about boxing.
Yeah. We love your support. Our success is your success, like I always say.
Fresh BX wants to know, how break down the main event, BT. How's it going down? It's a very good fight. I like the fight a lot. Baez is a very experienced fighter. He's been there with a lot of fighters like Navarrete, Enrique Vivas, Rai Salim.
So he's no pushover.
He's never been, apart from Navarrete, he's never been an easy out for anybody. We know Angelo Leo so far at featherweight. He's 2-0 and he's got 2 knockouts. He's shown himself to be a bit of a different fighter, more stronger, more skilled at the weight. Those 2 years off seem to have a reverse effect on him. Like most fighters with 2 years off, they don't
Right.
get better. He got better because he used that time to spar the guys like Donaire and
Right. He stays sharp.
Shakur
Yeah.
Stevenson and Marlon Tapales.
Yeah, you stay sharp.
So I think Baez will be strong early. I think Angel's gonna box him early,
You think so?
and I think he stops him like somewhere late, somewhere like in the I'm not sure if it.
Has he even been knocked out before?
It's 10 rounds. It's a 10-round fight. So I'm thinking of somewhere around the eighth round, ninth round. He should get him out of there. But Baez, one thing about Baez is he loves to throw the overhand right, and he falls over on his punches a lot. His balance. Sometimes he can get so aggressive that he loses his balance. And I feel like the difference in the fight is going to be Angelo Leo's feet getting out of the way. And I'll even, I think he gets stopped. I think Angelo boxes him well early, and then he breaks him down in the later rounds.
But has this guy ever been knocked down?
The only guy to stop him is Navarrete in 6 rounds. So listen, if Angelo Leo can get him out there by the 6th round or earlier, that's a statement.
Yeah.
If he stops him in general, that's still a statement because this is a guy that's fought, like I said, Raif Salim.
Yeah.
He's fought Enrique Vivas. He's fought good names.
Yeah.
What do you feel is Angelo Leo's greatest skill as a fighter, BT? Oh, that's a good question. There's a particular skill he has, but I don't want to say it on video because he's never broke it out in a fight.
Yeah.
So from what he's showing you guys on tape,
He's got heart.
there's one thing he hasn't done in a fight yet. I'm waiting for him to break it out in a fight,
And then he'll tell you.
and I'll tell you what it is. But
Hola, hermano, ¿cómo está?
his best skill, I feel,
7'4".
his best skill is he's a very, very intelligent body puncher.
Yeah.
He knows how to set up that shot to the liver really, really well. That's one thing he does great. I think conditioning. I know his conditioning is great because I've literally ran with him. I've literally done road work with him, so I know what his stamina's like.
Fucking snow in Las Vegas.
I think he's a better boxer than people realize, and the better the opposition gets, the more people will start seeing that. There's a lot of layers to him, man. I really do think he's one of the best fighters out there, and I'm looking forward to him, showing it tonight, and getting this title fight next. God willing, we can't overlook Baez. He can't overlook Baez.
So the winner of this gets the title fight?
I don't know about Baez, but I know for a fact because it was stated in my interview a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was stated today to us at the diner, at the restaurant.
Yeah. That's true.
What is the chance of the Stephen Fulton rematch? That all depends on Stephen Fulton. I'll tell you that right now. If that, because right now Stephen Fulton is the highest ranked contender in the WBA. So if Angelo Leo wins this fight and he gets ranked close enough to Fulton, because right now Angelo's 7. If he wins, I think he's gonna fall somewhere between
3
in the top 5 somewhere.
Right.
3 to 5, I think he'll be there. If they don't ever fight again, it is not because of Angelo Leo. I know Angelo wants that fight. I know his dad wants that fight.
So you're saying,
I know Pro Box will want to do the fight.
So if he gets
Would Stephen Fulton feel the need to do a rematch because he already beat him, and now he's fought in a way, so now he's experienced a certain pay grade. So
But he doesn't have a belt now.
he doesn't have a belt now. So
It might
I would love the rematch. I
think
pray to
he'll
God
beat
they have a rematch. Yes, definitely.
Holy shit. You
The-
say Leo's more mature.
There's only a couple guys at 26 I think could beat him. Fulton obviously did it once, so I won't rule it out.
Yeah.
But it's a different guy. It's a different. He's not fighting the same guy he fought 3 years ago.
Right. It's more mature.
Much
more
different
fit.
fighter.
Hey,
And truthfully, I don't even think he's the same. After the way Inoue beat him up, I don't think he'll be the same fighter either.
Yeah.
So
Has he fought anybody since then?
no. And I know he was out here having a good time in Miami,
Seriously?
on the boat,
Oh,
chilling,
my God,
and,
yeah.
as they say, living life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, that's not good. You gotta stay in the gym, stay sharp.
that's what I'm saying, Polo. Baez is a good fighter, man. I was there when he fought Raif Salim. He fought his ass off against Raif Salim, and I thought, he did enough to warrant a decision. He didn't get it, but he fought him tooth and nail and got a majority decision loss. Throat Puncher says, yo, what's up, brothers? Your dad is the rowdiest. I love it, bro. You gotta let him do more lives. Listen, when you guys tune into, I'm gonna give y'all a program reminder. When you tune into Pro Box tonight and Angelo is fighting, listen very careful to the background. You're 1,000% gonna hear him.
Yeah, if I stand out here quick. Yeah.
Polo Ramirez says, Angelo Leo on top rank. I mean, from what I'm hearing, it's just so long as he takes care of business, it could be a reality.
Yeah.
It could be a big reality. I've been told by the Venado Lopez camp. It's been stated here. You guys can watch the interview. I'm not telling you guys something that hasn't been stated already.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks ago, or a week ago, how long ago it was, when I interviewed Venado's manager, Furco, he stated that that's the fight they want. Furco is in town. Venado Lopez's manager is in
The
town,
whole fucking crew's here.
and they're here. Him
The
and
whole crew's
Capetillo.
They didn't come here just to watch a boxing match.
Hyro says, I don't think Puerto Rican Nicholas Flaus is good. He has 2 losses and a knockout loss. But he's got 3 straight wins, Hyro, and he's been beating a lot of guys on PBC. So what are you talking about? And he signed to Samson, so that means he's basically a PBC fighter.
The
So,
power liquid.
so are you hating PBC?
Yeah. I used to-
You don't like PBC, Howard.
Yeah.
You're not a PBC fan.
Yeah.
You ain't the PBC legend.
You're top rank.
MEZ says guys like Michael Hunter should be fighting on a platform like Pro Box. Yeah, but see the thing is, MEZ, guys like Michael Hunter, he's experienced a certain pay grade in his career. And in order for him to fight on Pro Box, he would have to take a massive pay cut to do that. Like I'll tell you guys this, I'm not gonna get into the numbers because I don't know them, but I know for a fact Angelo's taking pay cuts, and that's why he's fighting as much as he's fighting. And guess what? It's all gonna pay off if he wins tonight, because then if he wins tonight, now he gets he's gonna get himself a nice 6-figure payday and a world title shot.
And what's crazy about it? He had like a year layoff or 2 years.
2-year layoff.
And he came back and he.
So he should be an example, right? Sometimes in life, you gotta take.
What's given to you.
You got to take what's given to you. Yeah, it may be a shit, but if you have the skills to compete, then boom.
And the crazy part is, it's almost like he never fell off the bike, Brendan.
Yeah.
Like when he got in the ring for the last fights, I would have thought he had some rust, to be honest, Brendan. And maybe he did, but it didn't show.
He didn't have no rust. When he fought Polanco that first fight, no rust.
No rust. That's what I'm saying. And then he came back the second fight. That's when Pro Box was saying, like, this guy's excited. We're gonna have to bring him back.
And then God bless him.
Yeah.
Third fight in 5 months.
Jesus.
I can't name a fighter. I mean, y'all can tell me because sometimes y'all know better than me. Name me a fighter in the in the top 15 of any sanctioning body
that's come back.
Who's been former champion? Who's fighting 3 times in 5 months? I can't name one.
Tell you how hungry he is to want to be a champion. To be honest.
Here's a non-boxing question. What watch will you buy for you and your dad when the money comes rolling in, BT? I always dream getting my father an AP watch when I'll be very successful in life. It's so funny you mentioned this because the other day I was in the mall in Vegas, and I was like fantasizing about buying watches. So it's funny you asked me that.
Yeah.
I know it's a cliche answer, but I would say a Rolex, man.
That's what I'm looking for.
A Rolex, because I feel like when you get a Rolex, that's like a success statement. Like you've achieved a certain level in life.
Is that still the top name of
Yes.
watches?
I mean, you got Rolex, you got Hublot, you got
Hublot.
Yeah, Hublot. You know about Hublot?
No.
It's spelled like Hublot, but it's pronounced Hublot.
Oh wow.
Hublot. What's the other ones?
There's a whole bunch of them out there.
There was a particular watch I saw years ago. They had like a Muhammad Ali watch. It was a brand. I can't remember the name.
Seriously?
Of it. Yeah, it's a high-end brand too. I saw it at the convention. I would say a Rolex.
Yeah. You'd have to be like really into a lot of watches, like a hobby too. Like look at Floyd Mayweather. He's got the
I'm
money.
not really a watch kind of guy though. I mean, I like watches, and I'll probably get one day when I reach a certain level. But like,
you're not about
right now, we trying to get this in, man.
We're trying to get out.
I got to get my house in the Venetian Islands first.
Yeah, that's
once
what
we get that.
We can have everything else. Yeah.
He says, "Man, if I was a popular fighter, I'd want a Psycho." Yeah, Psycho. That was
that's another name. Yeah, that's Swedish, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Swedish.
Nicholas Flaus beat really good prospects, Brian Sabayo and Jahai Tucker.
Yeah,
exactly. Brian Sabayo, Jahai Tucker, and the most recently here in Pro Box, Luke Santa Maria. So he's been doing his thing. PBC is going to put some good cards on when BT isn't in America.
and then
funny. He says, look, man, PBC is working on securing that second network.
They better do something right.
Yeah, and he said, just wait on it.
Yo, we were talking about the Canelo undercard. That shit going to put me to sleep, man. I'm not really excited for none of those fights.
Fresh BX says, PBC is looking suspect. Only 2 cards announced through May so far. I mean, look, man.
I don't think they have all that money and all that pushing that they think they are.
Because PBC, they don't put on cards. They put on...
What do they call it?
They have a fancy way of saying inactive. Instead of saying that they're inactive, they say, no, we're not inactive. We put on premium events. To be fair, though, I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I was there. And I was there. And it was a premium event. They did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
BT, what's your biggest criticism of Leo, in your opinion? What does he need to improve on? His mid-range game needs improving. I think he's got a good right hand when he's from the outside, but sometimes when he gets mid-range, he tends to either overshoot. So I would say his mid-range game, maybe his jab, throwing his jab a little more. But definitely, I would definitely say if I had one critique, it'd be the mid-range game. His mid-range game. I feel like everything else he's pretty good at.
So if
pretty well-rounded.
So if you were, what's his name? Baez is gonna fight him tonight. Whatever his name is.
Baez, yeah.
How do you get him to just make the mistakes on the mid-range and weakness points?
How does Baez get Leo to make mistakes?
Yeah,
or?
as an opponent, like you just said, those. What I'm saying, you just said Leo's mistakes with what you just said, right? His mid-range that. So as an opponent,
he's pretty well-rounded around the. I'm not saying he's not a terrible mid-range fighter. He's He's solid.
He's not as sharp.
He's just not as sharp in range as, say, let's say inside or outside.
Okay.
You know, but I would definitely say the way Baez would do that is Baez is gonna have to win the battle of real estate.
Right.
You know, he's gonna have to
Stand in there.
make it a mid-range fight, hold his ground, and be defensively sound enough to counter Angelo.
Isn't he tall too, so he can fight tall?
I don't know if he's taller.
Oh.
You know, do you think we'll be serious about boxing and invest in it, or do they want celebrity fights? BT, do you think who are you talking? I'm not sure who you're referring to.
Yeah.
Hyro says, but Pops, when was the last time a Canelo undercard was good? You have to go all the way to HBO. It's got a point.
Yep. Yeah, it sucks, man. I mean, at this point, I don't think Canelo even cares about the undercard. Just put money in his checking account.
What are your thoughts on Edwin De Los Santos versus Rob Valenzuela 2? Now that's a fight. That's a real fight. I like that fight a lot. I was there. I saw a lot. I saw the
De
first
Los
one.
Santos and,
Right. I was there for the first one. They fought on the Andy Ruiz undercard. Raya was coming off of a really knockout win, a big knockout win against Colbert, so he's gonna have some confidence. And De Los Santos wants to reestablish himself as one of the most dangerous guys at 135, following the loss to Shakur Stevenson. So probably one of the best fights PBC has made.
people saying that Tank is fighting these. He's still fighting on a low level. He's not a low level, but he's not that. Martin, like he's still fighting a low. He's not fighting a fighter to his level. He's still doing the same thing over and over.
Well, like Devin and Shakur?
I'm talking about
Tank.
Yeah, fighting
But
Martin.
I'm saying you're people that say that they want to see him fight Devin and Shakur.
Right.
Devin has a fight coming up that he already signed, and Shakur's fighting in July in New Jersey.
Right.
So guess what? None of these guys are fighting each other.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Tank's rap is he's been fighting under fighters. He hasn't fought to the level he's supposed to fight to. But if you ask Ellaby, he say he puts.
BT, who's one fighter Angelo can't beat in his toughest fight possible right now, but it's winnable?
Himself.
Well, at featherweight, I'll be honest with you. At 122, I would have had an answer for you because he was, I don't think he was as good down there. But here, I think he could be anybody. And I don't believe in anybody not being able to beat somebody else. You know, anybody can be beat.
Any given day.
But I would say his toughest fight of the champions, because those are the guys he's going to fight. I'll tell you this, all respect to Venado Lopez. And I like Papa's answer himself. But all respect to Venado Lopez, I like that fight a lot for him. I think that's actually one of the most winnable fights out there for him. I would say of the champions, because you got Ray Vargas, you got Raymond Ford, you got
because let's be
you got Ray Vargas, you got Raymond Ford, and you got Rafael Espinoza. Believe it or not, and it's crazy how quickly one fight can change things. Of the champions, I think Raymond Ford might be the toughest. Only because
strength.
He's big.
But you see just his broad shoulders, not really big.
He's not big, but he's like he showed a lot that last fight.
Okay.
And he's got a lot about him.
Right.
Obviously, I think Angelo could beat him, but he's a big kid.
Well, you know what he told you.
And he's skilled, and it's a fight that
you know what Ford told you, right?
we saw what he told me.
He said, "I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna prove you wrong again. Have an interview, tell you."
I like the Ford fight though. Ford, I mean, they're all tough fights. Ford, Espinoza, I think Espinoza with him being tall.
Yeah.
One thing about Espinoza that I like, Espinoza, even though he's a tall guy, he actually fights tall. He uses his jab.
Right.
And he's got great volume. And I think Espinoza, coming off the Robesi fight, is gonna become even better because you gotta understand, Espinoza was fighting these tough no-name Mexicans for 10 years in obscurity. And he had to rise to the occasion that night against Robesi, and he did. So that shows a lot.
Yeah.
So he's actually one of the fighters I feel that as champion is gonna get better. So I would say Espinoza. I like Espinoza, and I like Ford as tough fights for Angelo.
So the manager here, isn't Espinoza's manager that we seen today?
No, that's Venado Lopez's manager.
Well, that's the motherfucker that runs around, right? The Mexican guy that goes around like Chase, put a lot of pressure and just goes around.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay.
I don't know. I have no idea who you're talking about. Lopez is a huge fight. I don't know if I can see him. He gonna beat the brakes off now. Honestly, if I'm being honest with you, I'm praying this. Like, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to be disrespectful. Like
just enjoy the fight.
Like I'm gonna enjoy the fight. Just take care of Baez. Take care of Baez. Do your thing.
Yeah. On to the next.
If there was one champion in this weight class, I'm glad it's that fight.
Yeah.
That's
the fight.
That's the fight.
He's gonna put it back.
He's gonna put a beating on. He's gonna put a fucking beating on Venado. Honestly.
Yeah. It's just a matter of time, for sure.
That's what I think, though. But
it's your opinion.
Well, it's my opinion. We'll see when they fight.
Yeah. Because we've been wrong before.
I ain't gonna be wrong with that one.
No,
I'll tell you that right now.
You put. Oh man, we took money on the Leo fight. I forgot.
BT, he's a pretty big favorite, so you wouldn't made any money.
Oh.
BT, have you noticed how bad Marquez is scoring rounds at Pro Box TV fights? He had Adorno versus Walters as a close fight. I didn't watch the Spanish commentary, so I wasn't even aware of that. But I mean, hey man, boxing is a subjective sport. I didn't think it was close, and it wasn't close. But listen, that's Marquez, man. I ain't gonna talk down on him.
That's a Hall of Famer. Got more respect for him than I do Canelo.
I know you can't say it, but can you deny that Hrgovic versus Dubois for the vacant? I can't speak on nothing regarding that, man. I can't say whether you're right or whether you're wrong.
Gotta plead the fifth.
Shout out to you talkers, but I can't. I was told in confidence of what's happening from next by a very, 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 very reliable source. Like the most reliable source you can get.
It's fucking crazy. He don't even tell me.
He doesn't even know.
He don't even tell me.
So listen.
That's how tight.
And I'm not gonna say it here on YouTube
No.
because one thing about this, even though I don't, there's not a lot of people here, 18
He'll
of you
get out
guys
there.
here.
He'll get out there.
One of those 18 might be somebody influential, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah. So you plead the fifth.
Yeah. If Leo could pull it off, then Leo's in the spotlight. In my opinion, he's then top world level. Well, look, I've always thought he's top world level. He's starting to show it in these pro box fights. You know, he's got another opportunity to show it tonight, and then
On to the next.
we'll see what happens. Oh, God willing, I have reason to believe that Team Venado is going to be men of their word and make the fight because they're here.
Yeah.
And when that fight gets signed, the gloves are coming off. The gloves are coming off.
He's like, yeah.
You know, but we can't look too far ahead.
Yeah.
Baez.
I got it.
Who's your favorite prospect from Philadelphia? Great question. Atif Overton is my favorite by far.
They don't fight him enough.
I know there's a lot of talent in Philadelphia, so there's so many guys you can name, but for me, the guy that is the most magnetic personality, the most interesting fighter to watch, the guy that I think could be the light heavyweight champion of the world,
Teeth.
Atif.
Yeah.
Most people think Leo is B level at best. Well, they're not in the gym with him. They don't know what I know. I'll tell you this. People who watch him on TV may say he's a B level fighter, but anybody who's actually been in that ring with him, sparring or fighting for the most part,
They find out different.
they don't say he's B level.
No, and the thing about it,
Go ask.
You can.
Hold on, I'm gonna drop them names.
Yeah.
Go ask Sean Brewer. Go ask Lee McGregor.
Yeah.
Go ask Hector Garcia.
And the thing.
Go ask them guys
Yeah.
if they think he's B level.
Yeah, and this guy-
I bet you they won't say that.
Yeah, this guy. I don't care if people say what they think about him. He was a champion. Why don't you classify yourself as a champion?
Yeah,
You've been
but-
at A level. How can you say
I gotta
to B
cut you
level?
out. I gotta cut you out. That's not true. I hear you,
Yeah.
but there's so many titles in boxing these days, and with good management and circumstances, you can become champion with good management.
Yeah.
Like they're like Charles Martin. Charles Martin wasn't an A-level fighter.
No, but what I'm saying is you can't.
Go ask Lee McGregor. Well, no, he's an alcoholic now, but he wasn't an alcoholic. No. Listen, when Angelo sparred Lee McGregor, he wasn't an alcoholic then.
So hello.
I'll tell you that because
Yeah.
they sparred like 3 years ago when I was in Vegas.
Yeah.
And go ask Shakur Stevenson. Go ask Shakur Stevenson if he thinks Angelo Leo is B level. I bet you he won't say that. Come on, man.
Come on, put respect on something. Come on, man.
In fact, whenever I see Shakur, I'm gonna ask him that question because I know they sparred. I know he really loved. I know for a fact he loved that work.
Yeah. That's
He
funny.
was telling the dudes at Top Rank he needed to be fighting. Shakur telling dudes at Top.
Yeah. That's funny.
What changed Leo in his fight game after his loss, BT? A lot of things, man. So he had that one fight against Alameda, which, by the way, he was weight drained as hell. I was there with him. I was there in Houston. He had to get an IV. His eyes were like damn near in the back of his head. It was bad. But I think what changed most in his fight game is, number one, his balance improved. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
His balance improved. The second thing that improved was his boxing ability. I feel like he trusts his boxing ability more. In sparring the guys like Tapalis, Shakur Stevenson, Donaire, those things all like improved him greatly. And if you've been paying attention to these pro box fights, you've been seeing more dimensions in his game.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. I think the birth of his son. He had a son in that time off. You know, what else did, if you're not fighting, what else did it do but make kids?
This is motivation.
So he had a son, and so it's a combination of things. And the crazy thing is, and I really wish I could sit here and tell you guys everything he's been showing in these pro box fights against Polanco and Planilla. like, he hasn't even showed you guys everything. Like, there's something specific that he does that I'm waiting for him to break out in a fight. Maybe if Baez is good enough, God willing he is, we'll get to see it. But if not Baez, then maybe he'll save it for.
You're gonna test the waters.
Maybe
tonight,
he'll save it for
find out.
Venado.
Yeah,
You know,
you test it tonight. Find out. I'll tell you that.
Kambosos is a unified world champion, and he's certainly not A-level. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not
Okay.
A-level. So
Good point.
Hurricane Hank says Usyk versus Joshua. There you go. Hurricane Hank with the customary. Listen, both of them, the same thing you always say, I'm going to say back to you. Hopefully, they both find their balls very soon in the next calendar year or so and fight them.
Yeah.
How about that? Do you think Haney can beat Matias if they fight? Yes, I do.
You out of your fucking mind.
Tell him, Paul. Okay, what do you think?
You out of your damn motherfucking mind. When you got Matias coming in, he will beat the fuck out of Haney, straight up. Haney don't got no power, doesn't have the pressure. That fucking jab he got, he gonna break him down with that fucking jab. Out. Good night, buena noche.
How's he gonna do it?
How he gonna do it?
Yeah.
He gonna go like this. Toma, puñeta. That's how. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, I mean, Matias is something else. Don't get me wrong, Haney's done his thing, but...
Oh, you're hinting at Angelo being a switch hitter. No, that's not what I'm hinting at. But listen, just tune in, man. Just tune in. Just keep watching. Leo isn't the best featherweight fighting in the next week. My boy Hayato is back next week.
Was that Harold?
Hayato Tsutsumi is a good fighter.
I was gonna say that.
No. Hayato Tsutsumi is a good fighter.
Yeah.
I like Hayato Tsutsumi. I think Hayato Tsutsumi might be one of the best
Yeah.
technical fighters from Japan. But I'm telling you right now, they better stay away from Angelo. Japanese fighters, in general, all of them. Japanese fighters, come on, why are they doing this?
You out of your damn mind, Christopher.
Listen, Japanese, Angelo has sparred so many. He sparred Murata. He sparred Tenshin Nasukawa. He sparred like at least, I know he sparred the Kameda brothers. He's literally sparred like 6, 7 Japanese fighters. He knows that style very, very well. And Hayato fights the prototypical Japanese style. That's not a fight they want.
Yeah. Christopher said
That's not a fight they want.
the ghost walks down.
I'm telling you that right
Get
now.
out of here, bro.
He better go another direction.
Yeah.
Because all that stuff he was doing against Luis Muencon Ventura and all these guys is not gonna work. But that's a good fight, though. I mean, if they make the fight, I'll be very happy. I like Hayato. Hayato's one of my favorite Japanese boxers.
Is he? He's Harold's too?
He's no. Hayato Tsutsumi is great. I mean, he's really, really good. He's like the Dimitri Bivol of Japanese boxing. Like, he's not a big puncher.
How about Suzuki? Why don't you fight Suzuki? Boots.
Sasaki.
Yeah.
Of course. BT, can Angelo expose Bernardo? Yes, 1,000%. Yes, and it's a good fight for boxing. It's a good fight, Mexican versus Mexican American. I mean, Baez, he got to be Baez today. So let's talk about Baez.
One step at a time.
Hayato's little brother Rieto is so much better. I've heard great things about Rieto Tsutsumi. I really wish that I would have been in Vegas when they sparred Kermel Moten.
What weight
I
class is
would have loved to see how Kermel Moten did against
130 or 126?
Who?
Hayato?
Same weight class as Angelo, and he's ranked in the WBA as well.
That could be a good fight down the road.
That's a good fight. I mean,
Who would you pick?
listen, it's not. I mean, Hayato is good enough to outbox anybody. He could outbox Angelo.
Yeah.
My thing with him is he got his first knockout his last fight.
Yeah.
I really hate them right now for this shit. Like,
Only for us.
will Leo versus Inoue ever happen? I mean, a lot of dominoes got to fall. Angelo's got to become champion. Angelo's got to beat Baez tonight. He got to beat Venado, and then Inoue's got to beat Neri. So
There's a lot of things happening.
if it's meant to be, yes, that's the fight I want to see the most. There's no fight in boxing like at featherweight that I want to see the most.
What?
And I know he's gonna go in as a big underdog, which is what I like. I hope they make a big underdog in that fight.
What you said earlier today about Neri? What did he say?
Huh?
Neri said something in public that you were saying that Neri was something about
Neri,
Hanoi?
yeah, Louis Neri was talking a gang of shit. Louis Neri was saying Inoue
Is he just pumping up the fight?
is overrated.
Or he just pumping the fight, right?
No, I think he really believes that.
You think so?
And you know what? I like that he's talking like that because I'm tired. I don't want these guys respecting Inoue like that.
But he's still a heavy underdog, right?
Who gives a damn? I don't want nobody. I don't like when these guys like Canelo.
Yeah.
I don't like when these guys like Canelo and Joshua and Inoue. These guys make a lot of money.
Right.
I hate when they give too much respect to the opponent.
So
Fuck all that.
Would you say? Would you give any? I was saying, Well, you think Nary doesn't care about nothing. Fuck sparring. He's fought in Japan before. He's comfortable. He can give Inoue a big fight.
Yeah. Andrew says, Inoue might Payano Luis Neri, meaning that he might knock him out in one round. Because he
Holy
knocked
shit.
out Payano like in like 20 seconds or some shit like that. He beat the hell out of
Who,
him.
Neri?
No.
Oh,
Inoue.
yeah, Inoue, yeah.
Leo can definitely outbox Lopez, in my opinion. Lopez is a loss waiting to happen. He's awful. And look, I got to give credit to his management. I mean, they haven't really put him in there with any punchers or guys that threw straight hard punches to really challenge him. So, like, you look at the guys he's fought. Look at Warrington. Look at Rhea Abbey.
Yeah.
Look at these kind of guys. They've been the right fights at the right time for him.
Right.
He's probably, listen, whether he beats Angelo or whoever he fights next or loses to them, I think no matter what he does, I think Venato's going to get to 130 regardless.
Wow.
Regardless. Who do you think Inoue would choose as his fight at 126 BT? Remember, he is a super champion essentially in all of the belt organizations. It's a great question. To be honest with you, this is how I'm looking at it. So, I'm a big Angelo Leo believer. Let me preface everything I'm going to say. He's my friend too, but he's a great fighter.
Yeah.
He's a really good fighter. And I think he will show the world in time that he is a great fighter. This is his, third fight in 5 months?
Mm-hmm.
If he fights Venato in like 3 months from now, it'll be 4 fights in a, what is that? 4 fights in about a 7 to 8 month span, 9 month span.
Jesus.
I think at that point, he will,
Take a break?
no, I think it's not the wrong possibility. Maybe Inoue doesn't fight him right away. Maybe Inoue fights like Espinoza.
Right.
I think Inoue versus Espinoza would be a great fight.
No shit.
So I would say either whoever has the IBF belt or whoever has the WBO belt. So it all depends. When Inoue decides to move to featherweight, I think whoever has the WBO or IBF, whoever has one of those 2 titles will get the shot immediately.
And you said you were telling me something about that. Inoue is just sparring some guy that used to be good or something.
Funny enough, right? Funny enough. Inoue, thank you for bringing that up. Inoue was sparring Aaron Alameda for this fight with Neri. So he's already sparring some guys that have fought Angelo Leo. Fun fact. This is a fact that only I know because I talked to Angelo Miguel. I know that Mr. Honda, or not Mr. Honda, Ohashi Promotions or one of the Japanese outfits. I can't remember if it was
Honda
Mr. Honda or Ohashi, but I was told that at one point in time they were trying to get Angelo to spar in Japan because they wanted to kind of see how he fights in the gym and whatnot, and they declined not to go because they feel they're going to fight those guys in the future. So.
Oh, so he kept down low.
But that was a legitimate thing. That was a legitimate thing.
So that's like a scouting him.
They wanted to get the whole playbook on the guy.
Yeah. What did Miguel say?
He said absolutely not.
Nah,
yeah. You are underrating Lopez. He isn't Julio Cesar Martinez. He ain't a bum. No, I'm not saying he's a bum, man. I think he's a very good fighter. I think him being as unorthodox as he is what got him to this level. But it's also what got him losses to Ruben Villa and got him losses to Abraham Montoya. You know,
right.
A fighter that can beat Venado Lopez is any fighter that can throw straight punches, has good timing, and the conditioning to handle what he's bringing coming forward.
Yeah.
You know, and I think Angelo Leo ticks all those boxes.
Easy.
So we'll see how it goes. But good fight. Inoue will fight whoever has the WBO and the IBF belt. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what you heard about me, but you can't get $1 out of me.
Yeah.
They're playing the bangers. I didn't know Pro Boxing News had so many bangers.
Shit.
Shout out to my guy Felipe. He says Angelo Leo can KO Baez early if he catches him coming in with this overhand like he likes to throw. Correct. That's one punch. And sometimes when he throws that up jab, he falls over a little bit as well. But you're correct. You're correct in your assessment.
What Johnny say?
No Cadillacs, no perms you can't see. Cause I'm a mother P.I.M.P.
Don't you fuck with me, oh no. I will put you in the motherfucking stripe. You keep fucking with me, you'll find out what time you really. I'm just young. Don't you fuck with me.
Flatbush says your pops is awesome. Yeah, he is. It's 24/7 entertainment. Venado is, but they also underrate Angelo. I feel like maybe both of them are a little underrated. Let's be honest here.
Johnny, please go back to sleep, Johnny. Should tell Pops they haven't sleep stops Matias.
Have you seen any of Yamazaki, one of Ohashi's best prospects. He's fighting on the Ferraro card on Saturday. No, I haven't. I'll check him out, man. Mio Ferraro's a good fighter, though. Who did refresh my memory? Who did Miguel Ferraro stop again? I know he stopped somebody really good. And somebody had mentioned Arnold Kagai. Arnold Kagai just signed with Top Rank. Do any of you guys know? Because someone mentioned Arnold Kagai versus Espinoza. That's a very good fight. I like that fight. That's a good fight for Espinoza's first defense. Kagai's tough. Kagai's, I believe, Eastern European or Central Asian or something like that. Been in there with Stephen Fulton. Been there with good guys. So. Galto, that's who it was. Mio Ferrado knocked out Augustine Galto. That's right. So, yeah. They got 50 Cent playing here. They got 50 Cent, Bad Bunny.
Crazy today.
All they got to do is play some Benny the Butcher and then we're good.
We're good. Yeah.
Andrew says, yeah, I was told that Kagai versus Espinoza is next. Well, it's a good fight, man. I like that fight. I'm looking forward to the formal announcement. Jesus says, can Angelo punch between Venato's wild punches? 1,000%. That's been something he's been very good at his whole career. I mean, go back to the Rocky Juarez fight, go back to Planilla, go back to Polanco, Tremaine to a degree.
Yeah.
Conwell versus Walsh. Callum Walsh? That's a good fight, man. I think Conwell can take him, man. But ring activity or lack thereof might be his ultimate undoing in that fight. He says, Hyra, are you serious? In Inoue fight Tank, there's not even in the same weight class.
I was getting brain cells are burnt.
Jesus N wants to know what's for lunch. Shit, I don't know, man.
We're about to get
About to get something.
So, yeah.
A couple more comments, and then we're going to wrap it up because we got to go eat. We got to go refresh ourselves. But Hyro says, I'm sick of Inoue fanboys. If Inoue is a hard puncher, then he should face a hard puncher in Tank Davis.
But the different weight classes, Hyro.
He don't care. He just hates Inoue.
Yeah.
I told you Gato wasn't good. He was chinny. Nah, Gato fought well against Galalia fight. Galalia fight, it was actually, that fight was more of like, that proved how good Galalia fight was because Gato came to fight. He counterpunched well. Yeah. I saw Galal after the fight, and he was all stitched up and messed up and whatnot. That was a hard win for him.
Yeah.
Galal beat a lot of lesser guys at 112 and 108.
Que le mete like, saca el mío si quieres, negro. En negro.
¿Tú estás lleno ya?
Sí, este está ahí, negro.
Galal Yafai isn't very good in my opinion. He's a KO loss waiting to happen. Maybe he is, but I thought for the Gato fight he had a good game plan, and showed some durability, which is why he got to the fight. Because I saw him after the fight because I wanted to go see after the fight I had to go see what's his name. What I had to go see? I had to go see Cal and Gamalia fight because I know them pretty well, and in the midst of saying hi to them, I met Galal and he was all stitched up.
No, está bien, gracias.
Junto versus Leo. It's a very good fight. Junto is like 2 weight classes below him, so we got to see. But guys, look, on that note, I'm gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, we have to get something to drink.
We got an hour in. We got to get something to drink, something to eat. But
how you doing?
How you doing, Mark?
Hey, how you doing, Mark?
On that note, listen, you guys take care. Make sure you tune in to Pro Box tonight for the fights. Not just Angelo's fight, but also make sure you guys watch all the other prospects because you never really know on these cards who's next and who's the next one up. So take care. God bless. Stay tuned for all the post-fight content. There will be shorts and interviews and things of that nature. So keep it locked to True School Sports. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time.